What's up, my little pretties? It's your mistress, Ashal Linus here, and today we are back with another episode of Teen Titans. Now, this is the second episode of season 3 of the original Teen Titans, also known as episode 28. This is actually an episode called X, and by the name of the title, I know some people were like, it's a weird title. Well, yes, I understand it's a weird title, but still, we're just gonna begin. Now, basically, what happens is Red X, the villain that we saw in season 1, has basically broke into a warehouse, which the Teen Titans ended up going to fight him. However, though, the funny thing about it is that there is like another villain in this episode. Now, basically, the Titans find out that basically Red X, the Titans think that it is Robin, like in the first season, they thought it is Robin. Well, turns out it's pretty much a clone of Robin. Somehow Robin was cloned when it happened. Well, we're not really too sure if that's the case. Well, it might be the case for this episode, but let me get started. Now, basically, the Titans have to find out exactly what's going on. Now, Chang, who is another villain, is going to have this little cannon fire and destroy Earth. So the Titans all split up as Robin goes to find Red X, and he somehow has to work with Red X to save his friends. Now, basically, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Raven, and Starfire all split up with Robin, but however, they all got kidnapped except for Robin. So Robin and Red X have to both work together. Now, at first, they did have a fight scene because they were villains, but they realize that their friends are captured by Chang, and they have to work together to save their friend, Robin's friends. So Red X and Robin do work together, and they eventually pretty much just got over, and they ended up defeating Chang and his villains, and they basically free the Titans. Now, that is basically what I could describe about this episode. Now, this episode, I found it to be pretty decent. Well, one thing I could definitely say was a little negative was the fact that the episode was called X. I know it's a kind of a weird title, but I just find it was okay to use, but they could have been something else a little better. Maybe make an episode a little more interesting. Like, give it more of a title. But of course, this is the shortest title of a Teen Titans episode that I've ever seen. That's just something I could definitely say. Now, I know this is from season. I know for those of you guys who have watched the original have seen Red X. Well, a lot of people were thinking, is that Robin? Well, we found out it's a clone of Robin. So somehow Robin was cloned, and the cloned Robin actually takes the form of Red X. So it's kind of weird because, there's the same voice. But however, though, the animation itself was pretty good, I can definitely say. But what I did see was the title was a little off-putting for some reason. I don't know why it's the case. But I really do find it, kind of boring, to have like a title named X. Like there could have been another title called I don't know, like like Red X's plan or something. That could have been or Chang's plan, or at least some sort of title that was at least pretty decent or more better to explain. Because with just X, it's just not really the greatest to say when you see that. And this is the kind of thing that a lot of people really do find it, a little bit confusing. Now, however, though, there is another thing I do want to make a mention of. Now, I can definitely say that the concept itself was pretty interesting. You don't have a new villain named Chang, but I believe he did appear in another episode of Teen Titans. I do believe he did, but I'm not too exactly sure. But if he does, then I will let you guys know in the future videos or something like that. And I could definitely say this episode did try to come up with something as well. But I could say it's 1,000 times better than Winner Take All. At least to me, that is. Now, I could definitely say that the episode itself was actually really good. There was a lot of stuff going for it. This episode was actually pretty good. despite the fact that the title was decent, but it could have had a little more exciting title or something to it. Maybe do something a little different instead of having that, because that could have been at least something. Like, I'm just saying that could have been at least something, at least to me that is. But what I could definitely say is that the animation was good in this episode. The storyline of how the episode went out was just amazing. But I could definitely say that this episode was actually really good. Now, only the title being the one negative that I do have to say, the episode itself was still pretty good. Now, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to this episode of Teen Titans. This is simply my own personal thoughts. My value rating of this episode would have to be a 9 out of 10. It's getting a 9 out of 10 because the animation's good, the concept is good. I like the character Chang. I believe he was a pretty interesting character. And I did like the fact that Red X was actually the clone of Robin, which it was confusing at first, but at least this one did explain more thought into it, which I could really definitely say that it was pretty good. Now, anyways, I know this is kind of a short review, but there's just not much I could say about this episode being good. Well, the concept was good, the plot line was good, the storyline was good, the animation's good, the voice acting's good. Everything about it was pretty good. Now, anyways, with that being said, guys, what did you think about this episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this episode a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Shadow Linus. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for notifications to when I upload. And like always, I'll be over and out, so I'll see you all next time in the next video. Peace out, and see you all later.